Are you truly yourself? 6 hidden signs that changed my life in just 7 days. Welcome to Live Stoic, Live Strong. Have you ever felt an invisible hand guiding your choices, yet you can't pinpoint who's pulling the strings? What if the people you trust most are subtly reshaping your emotions, decisions, and even your sense of reality without you noticing? Or worst of all, what if you're unknowingly handing over your freedom to their control, one small surrender at a time? In this video, we're diving deep into 6 insidious signs someone is trying to control your life, using timeless Stoic wisdom to help you spot these tactics, stay mentally unshaken, and reclaim your independence with unshakable resolve. Stay until the end for practical, Stoic-inspired strategies to break free from manipulation and live life on your own terms. Comment "I am Stoic" below to join our community of free thinkers and take the first step toward true freedom. Sign 1. They weaponize your emotions. Emotions are the pulse of the human experience, but when left unguarded, they become chains that bind your soul. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, understood this profoundly, teaching that true strength lies in mastering your mind, not being swayed by the chaos of external forces. Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But what happens when someone turns your emotions into a weapon, twisting guilt, fear, or flattery to control your decisions, reactions, and perception of yourself? Control often masquerades as care. It's the colleague who makes you feel guilty for declining extra work, the boss whose praise feels like a warm embrace but whose silence stings when you defy them, or the friend who sows doubt when you choose a path they don't approve of. These aren't accidents. They're calculated tactics. I once worked under a manager who showered me with compliments when I sacrificed my weekends for the team, calling me indispensable. But when I set boundaries to prioritize my health, their warmth vanished, replaced by a cold, unspoken disapproval. The message was clear. Compliance earned affection. Resistance brought isolation. To break free, start with awareness. Pause and ask, is this guilt or fear truly mine? Or was it planted to steer me? Next, establish ironclad boundaries. Those who seek control will test your limits, but a Stoic stands resolute. Finally, build an inner citadel, a mental fortress so strong that no external praise or criticism can breach it. Seneca taught that emotions should serve us, not rule us. Meditate daily on the fleeting nature of approval and rejection, training your mind to remain steady amid emotional storms. Your emotions are your domain. Reclaim them, and no one can hold sway over your soul. Sign 2. They make you dependent on their approval. Picture a master sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble, gradually reshaping it until its original form is lost. This is how subtle control erodes your identity through an endless hunger for validation. Seneca warned, "A man is as unhappy as he has convinced himself he is." Those who seek to control you condition you to measure your worth through their lens, making their approval your currency and their disappointment your debt. Over time, you're molded into a version of yourself that exists to please them, not to embody your truth. I once knew a colleague who lived for our boss's approval. He stayed late not because the work demanded it, but to avoid the silent judgment of leaving early. He agreed in meetings not out of conviction but to be seen as, quote, team-oriented. Slowly, his own instincts faded, and he became a reflection of someone else's expectations, a hollow echo of who he once was. A Stoic, however, lives for virtue, not validation. We act because it's right, not because someone's watching. To reclaim your power, Stop seeking permission to exist as your true self. Ask, am I guided by my principles, or am I chasing someone else's nod? Detach from the need for external approval, and you'll rediscover your authentic shape. You are not marble to be carved by others. You are the sculptor, wielding the chisel of your values. Stand firm in your design, and no one can reshape you against your will. Thank you for staying with Live Stoic, Live Strong. It means you're seeking more than words. We're here for that journey with you. Asterisk, sign 3. They redefine reality to suit their needs. Asterisk. The most dangerous form of control is one that makes you doubt what's real. In the corporate world, this tactic is subtle yet devastating. A manager dismisses your valid concerns as overthinking. A colleague rewrites past events to make you question your memory. A leader twists facts until you doubt your instincts. Marcus Aurelius cautioned, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." Those who control you don't just impose their will. They reshape reality itself, positioning themselves as the sole arbiters of truth. I experienced this in a meeting where I raised a concern about a project's risks, only to be told I was misinterpreting the data. Over time, I began questioning my judgment, relying on my boss to define what was real. But a Stoic anchors themselves in clarity. When someone tries to distort your reality, pause and ask, what do I know for certain? What are the facts, stripped of their interpretation? Verify claims, challenge narratives, and trust your rational mind. Clarity is your shield against manipulation. By grounding yourself in truth, you'll see through their illusions and define reality on your terms. Sign 4. They isolate you from independent thought. The easiest way to control someone is to sever their connection to ideas that remind them of their strength. In the workplace, manipulators, whether bosses, colleagues, or toxic cultures, work to limit your access to independent thought. They discourage networking outside the organization, mock self-improvement as unnecessary, or dismiss philosophies like Stoicism as impractical. Their goal is to make their voice the only one you hear, their truth the only one you know. Seneca advised, associate with those who will make a better man of you. If someone isolates you from wisdom or growth, ask, why do they benefit from my ignorance? A true leader empowers, a manipulator confines. I once had a manager who ridiculed my habit of reading philosophy, saying it was a distraction from work. It wasn't until I stepped back that I realized they feared my growing independence. Break free by seeking wisdom everywhere. Read widely. Find mentors who challenge you, and question narratives that demand blind loyalty. A Stoic's mind is a fortress, uncaged by fear or control. Surround yourself with those who lift you up, not those who keep you small. Sign 5. They exploit your fears to keep you obedient. Fear is the most potent weapon of control, wielded with precision in the corporate world. You'll never make it without me. If you leave, you'll fail. These whispers, spoken or implied, plant doubt and keep you compliant. Epictetus taught, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Manipulators amplify your fears, turning risks into monsters and hesitation into paralysis. Corporate structures often thrive on fear, uncertain job security, economic pressures, or the myth of loyalty to a company. But ask, who benefits from my fear? A mentor lifts you up, a manipulator chains you down. I once hesitated to leave a toxic job, paralyzed by the fear of failure. But Stoicism taught me to face uncertainty with resolve. Your true power lies in your ability to think, adapt, and endure. When fear creeps in, ask, is this rational, or is it a leash someone else tied? Recognize fear as an illusion, and you'll take the first step toward true freedom. Sign 6. They convince you that you have no choice. Asterisk. The ultimate form of control is convincing you that you're powerless. Manipulators don't command. They make you believe obedience is inevitable, that resistance is futile. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Choice is never taken. It's only surrendered. Even in the tightest chains, a Stoic's mind remains free. If you recognize these signs, know this: you are not powerless. You are the architect of your destiny, not a pawn in someone else's game. Ask yourself, am I shaping my life, or am I following someone else's blueprint? The Stoic path is one of self-mastery. Your emotions, thoughts, and fate are yours to command. Take back your mind, reclaim your power, and live as a Stoic. If this video struck a chord, hit that subscribe button for more Stoic wisdom to navigate life's challenges. Like and share this with friends who need to break free from control. And don't forget to comment, I am Stoic, below, to share your thoughts and join our growing community. Let's reclaim our freedom, one mindful step at a time. Thank you for your time. If one idea touched you today, come back next time. It may reach deeper. Share this with someone who needs a quiet moment. See you in the next video.